y'all, it's your girl Show, and I am back for another book video. And today we are discussing my 5-star reads of this year so far. I have read 90 books so far and counting. I'm in the middle of like 4 to 5 books right now as well. But I have quite a few 5-star reads, and I don't care what anybody says. These are 5 stars for me. Okay, you can fight your mama. Okay, but I have 30 books that I've read so far this year that are 5 stars for me. And honestly, that's amazing because these are all books mostly from genres, because not all of them, but mostly from genres that either I've just started trying to delve into a lot more, or definitely subgenres that I used to not really touch. So the first book we have is Assist by Alexandria House. This is the final book in the St. Louis Sires series. I enjoyed how much the main characters vibed with each other, and also, I'm not going to spoil it, but the way Ms. House blended this series and another one of her series into it at the end, I purely was not expecting it, and I loved it. Especially since the person that she blended it with is my favorite from that specific series. So this was a great end to the St. Louis Sires series, and honestly, I can't wait to continue reading more from Ms. House because I haven't read everything yet, but I have read quite a few, and I love everything so far. The second book I have is Again by J.L. Seegers. Just imagine that you got a divorce. Unfortunately, even though you both are not out of love, you guys actually really love each other. And honestly, this is why I love J.L. Seegers. She is a must read for me at this point, okay? And I have fell in love with her New Haven series, which is why Restore Me is also on this list. Restore Me by J.L. Seegers is also a 5-star read for me. That book sent me through so much, and I felt all the feels, okay? Dominic and Sloan, I vibe for them. But honestly, I've never wanted a man to win so bad, I don't think, in my life, that I wanted Dominic to win Sloan. Okay, I was going so hard for this man. I was hoping that he would finally get his girl, and, you know, hey, had their hair, I can't be mad at it. Qasim 1 through 3. So all of the Qasim series by Jaquel J, amazing. Blair and Qasim are not necessarily my favorite couple because they're not. But the story that was told in Qasim was 5 out of 5. 5 stars. Amazing action, entertainment, and everything. I do appreciate how Jaquel brought them two together. We knew that they were going to get together, but the way that she brought them together, ultimately, I really appreciated. Then I have Capri 2 through 3.5. So the whole Capri series is amazing, but Capri 2 to 2.5 are 2 to 3.5 are my 5 stars out of that specific series by Jaquel J. And I mean, this is pure entertainment. This is elite fiction in Capri. Capri's series was so good. Okay, honestly, I enjoyed the entire ride, but those books, amazing. I'm just gonna keep going with Jaquel J because she can write her ass off. Okay. Capadonna, the entire series of Capadonna was a 5-star for me. Alaya and Cappy's story was amazing, but also I just loved everything that happened in it. Okay, there was not a book in Capadonna's series that left me untouched. Okay, and obviously we know that Jaquel J loves a cliffhanger. I mean, in every series, but in Capadonna's, these were some of the worst cliffs. Okay, the worst cliffs. I feel like I was hanging by a thread, and I was so happy. Honestly, this is one of the moments where I'm happy that I did not read it when it came out, because if I had to wait every single book for Capadonna series, I probably would have been pulling my hair out. Okay. And then we're just going to go to Capone 2 to 3. Those are 5-star. Capone 1 is definitely a 4.5 star for me, but 2 to 3, 5 stars. And y'all know how much I ride for my nigga Capone. This is a 5-star series. I don't need to explain it. The drama in Capone series is what started the whole thing. Okay. Start with a bang. She set a foundation, okay, for the whole series, which is why there are so many 5-star books in just this one Delgadoverse Delgado Land series. Okay. There's so many books, but there's so many 5 stars in these books. I don't care. Okay. Crucible by B.B. Reed. That was really good. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It was one of the first wide chooses for me. My second wide choose from her, but I am not a usual wide choose reader. But oh my goodness, them mountain men had me stuck in the mountains for weeks after reading it. I still haven't read Chrysalis because honestly, I don't think I want it to end. Next, we are going with the entire, yes, I gave the entire Winston Hills series by C.M. Barnes 5 stars. Every single book. And the reason why is because they were all 5 stars when I read them. Enigma was amazing to me. I mean, the story of love, grief, loss, and obviously they hunching. Okay? They sucking everything. Okay? They doing a whole lot of good stuff. But this Enigma, the way she started was a great foundation. I think my favorite is Awakening still, which is the second one, because I think she wrote better. But it is still a 5-star read, and Ascension, and I finally finished Reverence. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to do an entire video on Reverence itself, because the way Reverence had me crying. I spent way too long on that book because I was crying so much. I just kept stopping and then leaving it and going to read something else. But it was so good. Elegy was amazing. Elegy had me crying. I might just be a crybaby. I might just have to call myself a crybaby because Winston Hills had me tearing up towards the end, and with that prequel, it was wonderful. 5 stars. Therapy Session, Session 2, and Group Session by D. Scott. Okay? This was immaculate hunching. Okay? I mean, top tier. Dr. Q took everybody through there. Okay? And even though I might not be as happy with how Dr. Q is with somebody else instead of Breeze, kinda, I'm still happy with how everything played out, and I'm a fan. Okay, let D. Scott write anything. I will beg her to write some more of this series, and I will read every little piece of it, because this is immaculate hunching. Okay, I was purely blown away when I randomly ran up on this series, and honestly, I thank the Lord that I ran up on that series, because she wrote her ass off in them hunching scenes. Somebody's Wife by Robbie Renee. Ezekiel and Gemma deserved their love story. Okay, I was really happy for Gemma. Ezekiel was not playing about that woman, and he shouldn't have been, because who Gemma was with did not deserve her. And the fact that they both were academics and both were on their shit, they deserved each other. And honestly, I just loved their love story. I loved how they got together. I loved how we talked through the divorce and all of what it meant to be dating when you're in the process of ending your own love story, or what you thought was your love story. I loved it. And honestly, it made me a little bit of a fan of Robbie Renee, because then I went to read other things. The House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. I don't know how much I could tell you. Honestly, Sadiqa got too many 5-star reads for me. But this is the one that I read this year. and I was in love with it. Such a great story. I'm just going to leave it at that because y'all know that Sadiqa at this point is a mandatory author for me. She's just mandatory. Then the last two coming in of my 5-star reads are by Jacquel J. Heart of a Goon and 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. I'm going to start with Heart of a Goon because I am ready for Goon 2, but I can wait because I have patience. And I'm not going to bother Miss Author Lady because I want her to give us her best work, even though I'm sure it's done. I am patient, but this was a good-ass read. Zoya, honestly, she reflected a lot of my tendencies sometimes, at least in the past. And to see it play out, to see depression in the limelight and to see Goon kind of hold her, but still have his own boundaries. I loved it. I loved it. And then if you've already heard, you know, Miss Author Lady also said that this was a story that resonated most with her personally. 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. This was actually a reread for me. I read 10,000 Hours last year and it was good. But since I went through the whole series, this damn book was so much better. Oh my God. It's like, I know I gave it a 4-star or something last year, but this was a good ass book when you have the context of every character. Okay. So I'm purely glad that I went through the whole series, but 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace was great. I mean, Menace, I'm a fan. I love Stevie, and I cannot wait to see where this Delgado Land series takes us by the end of the year, since Jacquel has already told us this is the it for the series. And with that, that is all I got. Those are my 5-star reads of this year. Thank you for hanging on, and I will see you guys next time. With that,